most common questions I get when people ask me about tumbling rocks is, what are you going to do with all the rocks? It's not something that bothers me. I just like looking at the rocks. But one of the great things you can do with rocks is make it into wearable jewelry. So what we are going to do today is attempt to put this piece of tumbled orange calcite into one of these jewelry forms and make a wearable pendant. I've not done this before, so you are learning along with me. I don't think this should be too difficult. These are pre-made forms that we're just sticking the calcite in and sort of forming around them. These are also made for irregular shaped stones, which is perfect for tumbled rocks, because I'm not cutting my stones yet. So let's get to it. The reason I have two necklace forms here today is because I really want the star of the necklace to be the calcite, not the sort of silver garnishes that I have to go with it. Unfortunately, although this is the one I had in mind for it, I think it's going to be too big. I think it's just going to totally eat up the rock once we wrapped those branches around it, which is not what I'm looking for this necklace. So I think we're gonna go with a more root-like or lightning-like form on this one. I just started working with this root piece, but unfortunately, I think it's too small. Or the calcite's too big. I'm thinking of a little more positively. I think I'd need a stone maybe half the size of this calcite, or maybe just a little bit bigger to fit into this form. So we'll hold off on this one, and we'll go back to my original plan. Okay, I think my initial suspicions were correct. This stone is not big enough for this setting. Let me go back into my jewelry stash and see if I have anything more appropriate. Okay, I'm back with 3 more jewelry settings, starting to feel like a Goldilocks situation. Hopefully one of these will work. After much trial and error, we finally found a setting that fits. You can see it's still got some gapping. The stone's a little loose. So what I'm going to try to do is get a piece of steel and sort of flatten this fixture to the calcite. All right, I've recruited this maybe sewing machine tool. What this is going to do is I'm going to roll the silver around this calcite to try to form to its shape. It's going to make it so the calcite's not as loose and minimize the gapping here, which is making the calcite move around in the fitting. As I was editing this video, I realized the clip of me showing you what I actually did had disappeared. So I ended up switching tools to just this little wooden jewelry hammer. And what I did is just literally press it down. This probably took 15 minutes, so don't get discouraged. And just keep pressing in every area. Some areas will push up as you do that. Other areas pop up as you push them down, but eventually it helps form to your rock. As you can see, that gapping we had earlier, for the most part, is gone. The rock feels very sturdy in the setting. And the good thing about doing this as a reshoot is I can tell you that I've been wearing this necklace for about 3 weeks on and off, and it has felt very sturdy. The rock has never felt loose, and I've gotten a ton of compliments on it. So I think we're going down a good path. All we need to add is the chain, and I'll show you. Here is the finished necklace on the chain. I'm very happy with it. It feels very sturdy, very easy to do, less than 30 minutes. So if you're looking for a quick necklace for yourself or a quick gift for somebody's birthday, Christmas, or just something to do with your rocks, I'll link the supplies that I used. If I can, I'll link the fittings that I didn't use, as well as this one that I did use. This is just a cheap chain. One of the nice things about pendants is you don't have to buy a chain, you don't have to sell it on a chain. If you're gifting it, if you know the person already has a chain, you don't have to give it on a chain. This is just a cheap little $3 chain from Walmart, but I'll link it down below as well. I have a nicer one coming in the mail, but for the purposes of this video, this one works just fine. I like the length. I think it fits the vibe of the calcite, and I'm very pleased with it. So I think it's a happy ending that we ended up with this fitting rather than the one I was initially thinking of using. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them down in the comments. I'll link everything in the description in case you want to use the same supplies that I used. Otherwise, I'd love to see your creations, so let me know where I can find yours. All right, thanks guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you do. Let me know what kind of content you like to see, if you like the sort of crafting content of what to do with your rocks. I'm happy to share it as I figure out what to do with my rocks. Otherwise, I'll see you next time.